Now, Sports Talk with Brodes. Here's Hunter Brody.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome on into Sports Talk with Brodes. We are broadcasting live, as always, from the magnificent Manscaped Man Cave. And I say magnificent because, listen to this deal. You get 20% off and free shipping with the code BROD at manscaped.com. Look, today we're going to have a lot of fun. It's different. Monday through Friday, you sort of have a set schedule, if you will, especially during football season, right? Monday, you react to the game. Well, Sunday night really is the post-game reaction pod, and then you have the morning after podcast, and there's this set schedule and feel for how the episodes come out. Saturday, it's more of a free-for-all. You can head in a couple different directions, and today, while it does have to do with the Eagles, and we are all waiting for Sunday's matchup against the Giants, you had the bye week, you're excited to have them back, even though you're anticipating that it's going to be frustrating. The offense might stall. You're going to scream at Doug Pederson. There's going to be bad play calls involved. Even though we know that's coming, it's Eagles-Giants on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's enough to get your juices flowing, without a doubt, even though we know we will be irritated and definitely screaming at the television multiple times. Today, we have something different. And I think it's so funny because I asked this question years and years ago, and it's almost like there's two different responses, pre and post Super Bowl. Now, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised at the same time. I'm also surprised that this coffee's sitting right in front of my face and I'm not chugging it. I need to chug it right now. And it's hard not to. I can see the steam, not to get too sidetracked here, but I can see the steam going up right in front of my face over here to the side. All right, I'm taking a sip. I have to. A fat chug. Wow. I got this new coffee bar. It is outrageous. So I have a ninja machine, right? This should be Coffee Talk with Brodes. Screw the whole sports talk stuff. I could do an episode every day, a podcast every day, Coffee Talk with Brodes. But I got to get this out because I'm very proud of it. I have this ninja machine where you can make classic coffee, rich coffee, over ice, iced coffee. I don't even know the difference between those two. And you have a specialty option as well. Oh, by the way, it makes tea too. Crazy, right? But I have this coffee bar. I got Starbucks Blonde Roast. Oh, I got Starbucks. I just missed my hand. I got Starbucks Morning Blend. How about some Dunkin' Donuts Cinnamon Bun Coffee? Or a little hazelnut from Dunkin' Donuts. That's what I went with today. I went pure hazelnut, and it is, mwah, I made it so good today. Mwah. And of course, as always, the coffee is black. Nothing better than just flat out black coffee. Super rich. Oh, put it into my veins, damn it. Put it in. And next to all that, we have the simple K-Cup machine. The Keurig machine, I can't do it anymore. It's not bold enough. It's not. And the K-Cups, they don't do it for me. I need it to be rich. But I digress. What did I just do? I have no idea. Let's talk some sports here. Let's tie this all together. So what we ended up doing on the Sports Bashes, this came up somehow. I don't even remember how it came up because it wasn't the topic of conversation to start the show. You talk for 4 hours and you know what? All these side conversations come up and boom, you get thrown something juicy. So you have two options, right? Option one is you are guaranteed one Super Bowl. So you are guaranteed one Super Bowl, and then you have 9 average years. You might win the division in some of those years, but maybe lose in that first round. Let's say you play a first round game, you lose in wild card weekend. Maybe you lose a home game. Maybe you win one home game, but then you end up losing in the second round. It's not close. It doesn't mean you're just some bum team that wins 5 games after that. You know, you're involved for the division, but you might not win it one year. You might win it the next. You're just like an average football team, but you are guaranteed that one Super Bowl. You get that Super Bowl. You are getting the Lombardi Trophy. I'm telling you, here it is. Here it is. You can have it. Right? So that's option number 1. Option number 2, 10 years of sustained success resulting in whatever it results in. You can win 10 Super Bowls. You can win 1. You can win 3. You can win none. So all I'm telling you is you are getting a team involved every year in the Super Bowl conversation. So realistically, if you looked at the two, you can have the Andy Reid era, NFC Championship games, getting to the Super Bowl. You can have the Andy Reid era, or you can have the Doug Pederson era. Now, it's funny how if I lay it out like that, it changes people's minds. Oh, I don't want Andy Reid. He sucked here. I don't want Donovan McNabb. He sucks. That is so ridiculous. The whole Andy Reid era and the way that people view it, it cracks me up. That is sustained success. It's hard to do that. They didn't win it. So that's why people look at that time frame with the Eagles organization and bash it all the time. There's no reason to. There's value in going to the NFC Championship game. The run, the playoff run, how the city embraces that run, how everyone comes together in the community when the Eagles win playoff games. When you go to Wawa after a playoff win, everyone's got their Eagles stuff on, maybe an Eagles jersey. Everyone tips their cap to one another. Maybe you're standing in line and go, hey, how about Nick Foles last night? I can't believe I just said his name. He stinks. But, hey, with the 2017 run, you went on that run. You're looking, hey, how about Nick Foles? So that throw to Torrey Smith was unbelievable, right? It just brings the community together. There's value in that, and it's important to have sustained success, even if you don't win a title. See, I'm not one of those, if you win a title, you fail type fan, because that is outrageous. It really is. That's a horrendous way to think, because if that's the case, you fail 99.9% of the times as a sports franchise, and that's not reality. It's not. There is more to it. I know what the end goal is. The end goal is to win a championship, but there are still ways to be successful. Let's be realistic. If you're a franchise that's rebuilding a bit, and then you seem to be turning the page, so you go from 2 wins to 6 wins. That is a successful season, even though you're not winning a championship, but let's say you found your quarterback. You're a franchise that had no quarterback. You won 1 or 2 games the year before. You moved up in the draft. You got your quarterback. Now you went from 2 wins to 6 wins. You're 5 wins, and you're battling with your division more. That is successful. That is heading in the right direction without winning a championship. So there's so much context. It's not as simple as you win a title or you are a failure. So I admire Andy Reid's era, and I think it was great. And you know what? If you told me you get that era again, and that's what you got, not knowing the outcome, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. That's all you can ask for. Be in a position to have the conversation of winning a Super Bowl every year. If when you look at the NFL schedule, when it comes out, you do your wins and losses breakdown, and you are involved, the Eagles are in play, people view them as a team that can do it and finish the job, well, guess what? That is very valuable, and that's where you want to be, and that's what you should accept as a city, as a fan base. Now, with all of that being said, it's so damn hard. It is so hard to win a championship, as we all know. We talk about the greats in this league. We talk about Drew Brees. We talk about Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead. Go look up how many Super Bowls they have. Tom Brady, he's the outlier. That man is something else. He is on a different level of superstar, of mentality, of an athlete, of a competitor. You will never see someone like him again. He has that very unique mindset like a Michael Jordan. They don't come around very often, so they're out. They're out in this conversation. You don't just find those people. You don't just find Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers either, but you find them at a higher clip than a Tom Brady, let's say. So all of those. You throw Peyton Manning into the mix. Remember the conversation about Peyton Manning at the end of his career when it came to that Denver Broncos team and how much it would matter to get that Super Bowl win to add to what he already did throughout his career? Right? Like, it's so hard to win. It's not easy. It's brutal. It's a grind. With all that, I look at that opportunity where you say, Brodes, here it is. It's on this plate. If you want it, you can have it. You're going to be average for 9 years after, but you can have it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Look, the New York Giants won 2 Super Bowls with Eli Manning. Who is Eli Manning? He's not some great. Everything needs to go right, though. The special play, the helmet catch. There's so much involved when it comes to that playoff run and everything coming together. The sports gods, if you will. And trust me, I know the Eagles got some of that as well with Nick Foles, with everything that happened with that Super Bowl run back in 2017. You got hit with everything needed to happen at the right spot, at the right moment, and it flat out did. So you need that. You need a little bit of luck. It's not all about the talent. You need luck. I can't pass up on a guarantee. Personally, I can't pass up on it. Now, the counter argument I heard is people bitch and complain anyway. So no matter if you win, no one's appreciative enough of the championship because the next year, the year after, it's over. It's so short-lived is a debate that I heard. No one mentions 2008 and that Phillies team. Nobody. You don't look at the Phillies now and say, well, because they won in 08, they're good. We're happy. We love it. No, we're ready to punch John Middleton in the face, kick Matt Klentak in the balls, and smack Andy McPhail. And let's be realistic. We're doing the same thing right now with Doug Pederson, Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, Carson Wentz. We're attacking this crew after bringing us the title. We're going at him again, instantly. So part of the debate for the side that said they'd rather take the sustained success is you don't appreciate the championship long enough anyway for it to make up a 9-year span of average football after that one title. And here's where I will counter that. There is something about that moment where they win it, that moment where the ball hits the ground in the end zone after the Hail Mary. When the Philadelphia Phillies won the championship, Brad Lidge goes to his knees and he looks up, he does the fist pump, here comes Chooch, right? Those moments when you think about your family members who were diehard fans and maybe they didn't make it to that moment, they missed out on seeing that happen, right? And you play all these different situations in your head of that family member when you used to watch games with them. There's so much that you can grab onto in those moments when it comes to the community, the society here, the city. That moment means more than the 9 years I'm going to freak out about for frustrating football. I'm acknowledging that those 9 years of average ball will get to me. I will be outraged. I will be definitely disappointed. I will be screaming. But that moment I saw that football hit the ground in the end zone, drop to your knees and cry. You can't believe it. You're stunned. You're shocked. You're hugging your friends you're with. You're hugging your family. You can't believe it. That moment there, I can't pass up on that for what ifs. And I get it. You can win 10 championships. Obviously, that's a little aggressive with the Super Bowl. 10 Super Bowls in a 10-year window. That's not going to happen. But let's say you won 3 or 4. I'm passing up on a window, a big window, to win more than 1. But there's also a chance that you get 0. And knowing how hard it is to win, I'm giving you teams and quarterbacks that are elite in this league, that have won championship in more than 10 years. These quarterbacks play more than 10 years. They play till they're 75 these days. They have a long-ass career, and they're coming away with 1 championship. That shows me that even though there is some way to get 3 or even 2, sorry, if you're guaranteeing it for me, I'm all in on accepting that and accepting poor play afterwards. Yeah, that's right. So I did ask this before. I know I did. And everyone sold their soul pre-Super Bowl. Oh, are you kidding me? We haven't won a Super Bowl ever. I'm taking the Super Bowl. It wasn't even close. It was all give me the Super Bowl mentality. Now that they've experienced a win, and now that they're experiencing a little bit of the average years afterwards, they're flip-flopping to the other side. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. This is part of it. That's fine. Accept it. Don't start flip-flopping. Because I remember specifically saying that things might change after that win. If this played out, because this was pre-Super Bowl, if this plays out and you get to year 4, year 5 of ugliness, you're going to all start switching and flipping and going, oh, hold on a second, I don't know if I can do this. Well, it's too late. And it does seem, based off of the reaction we got on 97.3 and the reaction we got on the Anytime Hotline, that it's trending in another direction. And I don't know how I feel about that. All right, speaking of the Anytime Hotline, let's get to it. But first, autumn is in the air, and Manscaped is here to ensure you don't carve your pumpkins when you're grooming. And by pumpkins, we actually mean your boys downstairs. In fact, Manscaped is on a mission to change the way that you approach caring for your balls. And great news, they just released their products in the UK, Canada, and Australia. The Lawnmower 3.0, by the way, offers a replaceable ceramic blade with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce grooming accidents. Their new Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer uses the same skin-safe technology when you're trimming those delicate nose hairs of yours. They also have the Crop Care Kit, which includes the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. Everybody knows that pumpkin spice lattes and ball deodorant goes hand in hand. They have body wash, ball wipes, you name it. These formulations are all vegan, cruelty-free, dye-free, sulfate-free. So once again, get 20% off and free shipping with the code BROD at manscaped.com. All of these items are must-use. I guarantee it. I use them all the time, and it is tremendous. All right, let's get to your reactions to this right here. You have two options. What do the people think?
Hey, Brodes, wanted to talk about the two options you gave us, and I'm going to go with option 2, to be honest. We've already seen what it's like to have success, go to the Super Bowl, but then in the recent seasons, this team has been going downhill. So I'd rather take 10 years of success. The only recent team I can think that has done this 10 years in a row is the New England Patriots, and as you can see, they have won many Super Bowls along the way. You will obviously probably make it to the Super Bowl over the span of 10 years, but I'd rather see good Eagles football for 10 years and only 1 year possibly. And overall, you can see how the team develops throughout those 10 years, playing very well for that whole time. I would love to see that. So that's why I'm going with option B.
Well, here's the thing with the Patriots. Like, the Patriots, they're such an outlier. Nobody does what the Patriots did. Like, nobody does that. Nobody has that type of mentality every single year with that quarterback, with that head coach. So they're the outlier. I wouldn't put it in a New England Patriots mindset because that's not realistic. Unfortunately, I wish it was. I wish we could go down that road, but that's not a reality. I'm thinking more of the Andy Reid era. That is sustained success. That's what that is. You might not want it to be that way. You might be screaming, saying, Brodes, you're an idiot. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay, you know what? Throughout a 10-year window, there might be a season where you get the 4 wins or whatever. But ultimately, you look at that sample size and you have sustained success. Yes, at the end, the 4-win stuff happened, and I get it. I'm acknowledging that. But that is more of what a sustained success window looks like in the NFL, more so than what you got out of New England and Tom Brady. That is outrageous. That is something you dream about as a child. That is something you do in Madden 21 and be a GM mode when you're playing on rookie so you can win every single game. So to me, they're an outlier. They're not really involved in this conversation. The 1 year of the Super Bowl. It's so funny how people just act as if, oh, only the one Super Bowl. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. Just put yourself in 2015. Close your eyes, go back to the 2015 version of yourself, and think, if I can get a Super Bowl, would I take it? Because your answer is yes. Your answer is yes. And to be clear, You don't know you're going to have average years of football afterwards. It's not like you can say, well, hold on. If I realize it's going to be an average year, I just won't watch it because I know at some point the Super Bowl is coming. Or, hey, you win the Super Bowl 1 year and then you know you're going to have 9 average years. So for those 9 average years, I'm just not going to watch the NFL. No, you don't know that that's what you're going to get. It just happens when you're watching it naturally. It's not like you have the knowledge of, oh, hey, since I got the Super Bowl, I'm just going to kick back for 9 years and I'll catch back with the Eagles in about 9 seasons so I can see if they're going to win a Super Bowl again. That's not how it works. You go through the pain. You go through the emotion. But I feel like you're downplaying that awesome 2017 run as a whole. Remember how it felt every single Sunday. You know you were going to beat up on those opponents. Like now it's so hard to actually think about those times, but there was a moment where waking up on Sunday actually was fun. And right now, I'm just to look up the results of all those games. Look up the results of all those games in that 2017 season. Here we go. Oh my God, it was so much fun. What year is this? Hold on a second. I don't like whatever website I'm on here. It's kind of weird. Where are we? That Thursday night game in Carolina. You got the big time W. All right, look. It started out with, what is this team? You were 7-9 the year before. You didn't really know what the Eagles were going to be like. You definitely didn't expect a second-year quarterback in Carson Wentz to take that type of jump. You didn't expect Doug Pederson to be the Doug Pederson that he was. The season started out with a 1 o'clock game against the Washington Redskins at the time, now the Washington football team. You win 30-17. You lose to the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City, 27-20. Okay, what do you do from there? You get the 27-24 Giants victory where Jake Elliott had the monster field goal. You go to the Chargers, you win 26-24. The Cardinals, 34-7. Carolina, that game was so big. That was such a difference maker for the mindset of this city with a 28-23 win, short week, going to Carolina. I remember the moment after that game. That's where everyone started to speculate. Okay, what do we have here? After the Kansas City loss, you didn't really know. The New York Giants, you squeak one out with the field goal. You didn't really know. That Thursday night game was a difference maker. You take care of business on Monday night against Washington. 34-24 was the score. San Francisco, 33-10, the Denver Broncos game where you put up a 51 spot. That was another big conversation starter. So I bring this up and I'm rocking through the schedule because put yourself back through that season. I mentioned how great it was when you dropped to your knees the moment you realized, wow, that actually happened. Whether it was the Zach Ertz touchdown that got you emotionally aroused, whether it was Brandon Graham's strip sack on Tom Brady, whether it was the moment in the end zone, whatever. There's so many moments that you can look at throughout that game that really got your juices flowing. Don't forget about the ride, because that's all part of it. I talk about it over and over again about the society and the community and the city and how it brings everyone together and you're one. You unite. And especially in this world today, you can take that as much as you can get it. Please take it, because the divide in this world, it kills me, it crushes me, and it bothers me. So any chance that I can get a community together as one, I'm here for it. Sign me up. And sports tends to do that. Sports tends to put everyone on the same page, thankfully. In this city, for the most part. You know, you have the fraud Cowboys fans and whatnot, but you understand what I'm saying. Don't forget about this ride, this journey. It's more than just the Super Bowl game, the NFC Championship game against the Minnesota Vikings with the kid that went, "Go Birds! Go Birds!" in that woman's face, right? That's an iconic video on the Twitter sphere. The flea flicker, Nick Foles, right? Like, I get it. There's so many big moments involved. I get it. They're valued. I get it. You need those. I get it. You can't just act as if those moments are not as important. Beating the Cowboys 37-9, Sunday Night Football. Chicago Bears 31-3. Smell you. Get out of here now. You lose to Seattle at home 24-10. That was a Sunday Night Football game as well. LA Rams, that's when Carson Wentz went down 43-35. But remember, Nick Foles finished that game off. But remember the feeling. Remember that. Remember how bad it was. Remember your gut just sinking into your stomach after feeling that journey and going through it and be like, wow, this is what I needed. This is the season that I needed. It gets taken away from you. So you thought. And then the rest is history with Nick Foles. I mean, it all mattered. The back end of the season got boring, though. Oakland Raiders on Christmas. Dallas Cowboys game was irrelevant. A 6-0 loss to Dallas when the season was over. It was a wild, wild ride. And I don't think I'm giving that up for not knowing if I'm getting a championship. And it's all based off of how hard it is to win. It's so damn hard. So if you're saying you can have one, I can't pass that up.
Hey, bro. So I'm going to be calling in to give you my opinion on that debate you had on 97.3. Being honest with you, I would much, much, much rather have sustained success in a 10-year window without knowing if a championship's coming. Because the other option, it's like you know what's coming. Like, you know you're winning a Super Bowl, but you're average the other 9 years. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's coming, so there's not really any fun in that.
Well, that's where I preface it by saying you don't know. You don't have that knowledge that it's going to be played out that way. So if you thought that's how it was going to go down, then yes, I could see why that skews you into one direction, because then you're like, well, now I don't even have football for 9 other seasons. That would be silly. I mean, you can't do that, because then it totally makes this not even an argument. It wouldn't even be a debate unless, it would be. But I can't factor that in, because even if I knew you get a Super Bowl win, it does change it, though. Like, at that point, yeah, I mean, then you don't have football for 10 whole years. So we can't go down that road.
But with the option 2, you know at least success is coming, so you know you have a chance for a ring every 10 years. But for those 10 years, but at the same time, you don't know if you're going to win a championship or not. But the thing is, like, I want the suspense, you know what I mean? And plus, if you have a chance to get even more than that, I'd be willing to put that one guaranteed Super Bowl on the line to experience that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that would have been said before 2017, though. Think about what you just said. I'd pass up on one Super Bowl if I could maybe win 3. Are we serious? What city is this? This isn't Boston. This is Philadelphia. We have a Super Bowl, and we have a World Series in 08. That's how long it's been. Yeah, we had a run by the Flyers in 2010. Yeah, we had an Allen Iverson run with the Philadelphia 76ers, although we knew that we were going up against a superior team in the LA Lakers. Now we're being greedy. That's the way I see this. That's the way I analyze this. We are now being greedy to the point where I don't even want one. I want 4. I want 5. I'm giving you one. I'm giving you a Super Bowl. And you're not taking it. Wild.
Hey, Brodes, it's Connor from New Jersey, and I was definitely tempted, but I would definitely have to go with option 2 because I don't know if my heart could take 9 average years with one Super Bowl. I'd rather stay consistent through all 10 years. That would be much better for me. My heart couldn't take option 1, even though I'm only 18.
That's funny. That is pretty funny. Like, yeah, you look at option 1, you're thinking, I can't do this. I'm doing it right now, and I'm, 3 years into it? Think about it. Where are they now? They had the 4-6 season that they turned around, the 5-7 season that they turned around, and now here. So it's been 2.5 years of mediocre football, and you can't handle it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy. I'm not making it out to be something that everyone can just do, and it would be relaxing, and you'd be okay with it, and all that. No, it's emotionally stressful, and you're panicking at times. You're biting your fist, so you make sure you don't punch your television screen, right? I've been there, no doubt. I've experienced it as well. But I'm giving you a championship. I'm giving you a Super Bowl. Let me say that again. I am giving you a Super Bowl, and you're not taking it. We waited 50 plus years for one. I'm giving you one more in the next 10 years. Not taking it. It does. It does blow my mind. It really does, because I'm the outlier. You know, I mentioned, I had this conversation on the Sports Bash. I'm the outlier. People would rather take the 10-year window. Why? Because they're experiencing what average football is like, and they're in the moment. I do feel it's not irrational, because I get the other side. I don't think that, you're just an absolute idiot for wanting sustained success, but I do find it very interesting that when sustained success is an Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb, oh, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. What do you mean that's not good enough? That's what they gave you. That's exactly what they gave you. And no one was happy with that at all. No one. I was. I appreciated that. I even was open to saying I would be okay with that exact run all over again. If you said without the Super Bowl, if you looked at that situation, if I told you, you get that NFC Championship games, Super Bowl, you get the exact play out of Andy Reid and McNabb and Vic, do you take it? I take it. I take it. That was fun. You knew you were getting double-digit wins. You knew you were involved. You knew you were the conversation. You knew that you were viewed as a dog in this league that can win that Vince Lombardi trophy. Now, they failed, but I would take that. But if the alternative is this Doug Pederson era, I'm taking the Doug Pederson era. Why? Because that 1 year overrides it all. It does, because they did finish the job. And that moment when it wins, when it happens, when the city goes crazy, that parade, you can't take that away from me. 10-year window, one Super Bowl. Come on, how are people not signing up for that? It's amazing to me. I'm not saying that sustained success is a bad thing. I just said I would take that again. I value it. All right? I would not be mad. You're guaranteeing me the trophy. Put it on my hands, damn it, because I'm taking it. DraftKings has brought their expertise to legal sports betting. It's a legitimate sports book based right here in the U.S., so you can rest assured that your funds are totally secure. DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is safe, secure, and reliable. Deposit and withdrawal at your convenience. All new users have a chance to earn a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Download the app and sign up using promo code Brodes. Check out all that they have to offer, including player props, live betting, and so much more. If sportsbooks are not yet available in your state, don't forget about the DraftKings Fantasy app, which offers millions of dollars in total prizes every single week. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you next time.